is it?
What is what?
Your real name?
You're running a phantomation. God, Tessa, why?
For the money.
So are you in there?
Why did you say you were Matthew?
Matthew was a secret name.
Look, we have a flat share, okay? We are not married.
I work for MI5.
Our Russian friend's off his head. Where did the Sheikh get hold of him?
His Highness chooses his friends with great care. Once chosen, they're very well treated indeed.
If certain colleagues in my party could see this.
Yes, there are killjoys in my lot too. I find it best simply to lie about fun.
Ah, Your Highness. Everything to your liking?
At last, a British weapon that actually works.
Tovarich. You're enjoying the desert? Oh, yes. Yes. A lot to offer, eh? Well, Your Highness, gentlemen, shall we? Come on, come on.
That's for you. No show yet.
What's keeping him?
Playing the governor is backhander.
There he is.
Here we go.
I want to apologize. I've let down my colleagues, my friends, and my country. But I have now paid for that mistake.
Mr. Wells, BBC Television. What's the real reason for your conviction? Illegal arms sales when you were minister?
I now go into private life. The one shining thing for me from my time in prison is to have found that the Lord Jesus is my Savior. Thank you very much.
We're in. Where's the car park? Number 1 here.
Well, hello, Harry.
Hello, Hampton. It's better be about something big.
How about the fall of the government? And you are?
I thought we'd talk somewhere congenial.
Good Lord.
Champagne.
Why not?
You probably see through all this.
You're poisoning me.
It's a new interrogation technique to disorientate the subject. What do you think of it so far?
I'm not here for an interrogation. I'm here at my own request. Actually, I think I'll go.
You must realize you remain a Category A security risk.
Oh, how I've missed tough women. Thank you very much. Cheers.
Thank you, number 9. Oh. Right. Yeah.
You call yourself by numbers now, do you?
It's the latest fad. Some youth in an Armani suit advising the Joint Intelligence Committee.
I don't want the waiter here.
Thank you. We'll pour from now.
Yes, sir. Before we talk seriously, would you mind if we joined in a moment of prayer?
You're joking.
Will you do the honors?
Of course. Lord of all, who sees all, look down upon thy humble servants.
Harry has gone way overboard after that psychops seminar on disorientation effects. What are they doing?
They're praying.
Amen.
Thank you for that, Hampton. Now, could you possibly tell us why you want to see us?
Well, my trial was a deal with the government, of course. If I shut up and went down for embezzlement, I wouldn't be prosecuted for treason. But when I was in what is laughably called the prison system, I was consumed by a wholesome, burning hatred for those hypocrites who couldn't get enough of me when I was the rising star and wouldn't come near me when I fell. So, I wrote my memoirs. Very full, very frank memoirs.
And these memoirs tell?
Everything. Oh, the parties, who slept with who, that kind of thing. But at a more profound level, I reveal how I tried to arrange a second supergun.
Another?
It didn't work out, but a lot did. The illegal trade in arms is worth millions to this country. Blind eyes are turned in all sorts of corners. And of course, my main client was the royal family of the Confederated Gulf States.
You wrote about Sheikh Rasul.
Indeed. He's a wonderful host, you know. In my memoirs, I recount, rather well, I think, how one beautiful night in the desert, I corrupted a fellow British politician into the Sheikh's service. Ask me who?
Who?
Richard Maynard. Oh, yes, he fell open like a ripe peach. Squelch.
Dick Maynard is one of the most respected men in Parliament.
He's the Prime Minister's favourite in the government, the bosom friend, certainly, but respected. Most of his party think he's a sanctimonious little shit.
What exactly did you write about Golden Boy Richard Maynard?
How he continues my work. How he's hand in glove with the Sheikh's Mr. Fix-It, a Russian by the name of Sergei Lermov. Do you know him?
Lermov, that bucket of filth.
If you wanted revenge, why did you tell us this? Why didn't you just print it?
That was the plan. But as my sentence wore on, Christ began to work in me. 5 weeks ago, I let him into my life. And now I bitterly repent writing that book.
Then why didn't you burn it?
I couldn't.
Why not?
I went to its hiding place and it had gone.
Gone.
This may come as a surprise to you, but prison is full of thieves.
Did you tell the governor about this?
They're absurd.
Well, you could have asked to see us when this happened.
This is my first opportunity, and I'm doing my duty. I want you to find it and destroy it.
What you wrote, is it true?
Illegal arms sales in my day was relatively innocent. But now, weapons sold by a cabinet minister, reaching terrorist groups, being turned back on the country of manufacture. Who could survive the scandal? The government would fall.
Where exactly in the prison did you hide this political neutron bomb?
Well, during my time behind bars, I became a very keen gardener.
where I think it is.
Fancy a spliff, then?
Jesus Christ.
Dope, 5 knives, and a collection of pornographic videos, no deadly memoirs.
That's because they don't exist.
Why so sure?
Because Hampton Wilder is a liar.
He got under your skin, didn't he?
There's a sense of evil about him.
MI5 doesn't do evil, just treachery, treason, and Armageddon.
The man lies as naturally as the rest of us breathe. Oh, what the hell?
You don't get it, Tess.
Get what?
It's not about whether Wilder's memoirs are telling the truth about Richard Maynard, or even if they exist. It's about the damage the very idea of them can do. That's how scandal works.
Well then, his warehead. He's got us digging up prison gardens and fingering the Prime Minister's best friend.
What do you suggest we do? Ignore the whole thing? We've got to check Maynard out.
I can see that.
There's a routine MOD briefing tomorrow. I've moved heaven and earth to get Maynard there, and I want you to sit in on it. Stroke him. See if he meows.
Hampton Wilder and Richard Maynard did go on a visit to the Confederated Gulf States 9 years ago. It was a general goodwill business trip, cross-party, and it sealed the delivery of some small British arms, but nothing spectacular. And there was a night in the desert. Maynard's file. And Wilder's.
Ellie?
This is my daddy.
Matthew Archer.
Hello, Tom.
Oh, yeah. The man who fiddles with computers.
That's it. And you're the oil man X. You're just back from the Gulf.
It's a glamorous part of the world. You should come out there, Ellie.
Gushes oil, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Just like you gushed promises to Ellie.
Don't do this in front of my kid.
You haven't been in front of your kid for 2 years.
Go on, Cupcake, do Mummy a drawing.
Okay, I'll do it with a thick crayon.
Cupcake.
I'm warning you. Chummy.
Thank you very much.
Ring me.
Police Central, traffic.
Ryan? Mark Hod.
Hey, Mark, you home again?
Yeah, back in the land of the living. Listen, Brian, I want to pull a favour off you. Car number.
Yeah, all right, just for you.
You are brilliant. Listen, it's a red Saab.
You said your name was Matthew.
Slip of the tongue.
No, it wasn't. It comes out of what is wrong. It's your bloody job.
Look, I hardly know what my name is myself.
Oh, well, boo-hoo, poor you. And poor me. And poor Maisie.
Ellie.
Look, don't say anything. Because anything that you say will be wrong, okay?
Maisie and I are going to Di's old flat.
Where?
Di's flat.
You can't leave. Won't be secure.
If the door's still dodgy, we'll get a deadlock put
No, I
on
mean
it.
you might not be safe because of me.
What do you mean?
In the service, dependence can sometimes be a risk.
Risk?
Yeah. I'm talking generally. I just,
What do you mean? Once you've lived with a spy, you can't leave because of reasons of national security.
there is a risk. It's real. That's why the service doesn't like mixed affairs.
What?
MI5 officers sleeping with, real people.
Oh, so they want you to sleep with each other? Well, you better go and find yourself a little Mata Hari that the job approves of. Have you any idea how horrible these things sound? Dependence at risk, mixed affairs. Amazing alpaca thing.
This is so unfair.
Do you mean to me or to you?
Tessa, Maynard's here. Minister,
Hello,
hi.
Harry. Good to see you.
Miss Tessa Phillips.
How do you do, Miss Phillips?
Very well, thank you, Minister.
Well, Harry, haven't been briefed in the Holy of Holies before.
You've been to Thames House, surely?
Never. Just looks like an office. Suppose it's all in the mind, secrecy.
Absolutely. Shall we?
This is a briefing about the illegal sale of battlefield weapons out of this country. We're very eager to have interdepartmental input on this, so I'd like to thank the Minister for being here. Now I'd like all of us to take a look at this man. Sergei Lermov, ex-cultural attaché at the Russian embassy, that is ex-KGB.
Yes, where are all the old comrades now? Well, some of them, like Mr. Lermov, have become powerful men. He has moved around the world, but at present he's resident in London. He works for a charity called Hope for Chechnya, which is trying to get food and medicine to that wretched part of the planet, no doubt wrapped up in the odd rocket grenade launcher. Sometimes you have to remind yourself of the reality with which you are dealing.
Mr. Lermov is not only an arms dealer, he's also a spy. We've had him under surveillance for several months, and we believe that he's been feeding information about Chechen contacts back to the Russian Foreign Intelligence Service.
What's this man's immigration status?
Oh, we can throw him out anytime.
Why don't we?
Because he's also the middleman for a gun-running cartel run out of the Middle East, Confederated Gulf States, a country with which we are friendly.
Indeed.
What we need, Minister, is to liaise closely. It would help us enormously if you could authorize a thorough audit of all weapons stocks.
It's a massive task.
We suspect weapons are being stolen and sold abroad through this man.
Dear God. Well, of course, we will cooperate fully.
Thank you, Minister. Well, that concludes things.
Then, on behalf of my colleagues, I'd like to thank you for this briefing. So reassuringly alarming. That was very informative, Harry. I think I met him. Lermov. On a trip a few years ago. Unsavory bastard, I thought. I told MI6, of course.
Of course.
Would you like a personal tour of the more sensitive areas of Thames House?
Well, that would be very exciting.
There are cameras.
Where?
Tiny. State of the art. See?
Good Lord.
It's a new security drive. Ever since the war on terrorism began, there's been much more money for everything.
Yes.
It's not perfect. There's a dead spot just beyond these doors.
Dear, oh dear.
What do you... They're out to get you.
What do you mean?
Dick. What are you involved with?
Well... with you.
Yes.
Wait. I don't think so.
I do.
Shh. Tessa, you are completely mad.
Well, a bunk in the MI5 building. It's got to be worth some air miles.
For God's sake. Let's just...
We've got to talk. Somewhere safe.
Oh, Brian, yeah. What you got?
Oh, that number you gave me is listed.
What's listed me?
Listen, I don't know you, I don't want to, I never have. I've got to go.
What?
Mr. Hod.
You what?
Mr. Mark Hod?
Yeah?
Sir. me ask you a few questions.
What about? The phone call you just made. Phone call? What do you know about my phone calls? I'm going to be stupid now, are you?
That's Lermov.
Where is it?
Back of the Bowling Green hut.
Orders from Moscow, eh, Sergei? We are not lifting you, you understand? This is not a lift.
You're not MI6.
Why not?
You have bad manners.
Never mind the messenger, hear the message, you're blown.
You're 5.
You've been blown for months.
You're very confident, aren't you?
Yeah, very much so.
You think you're safe because you have the powers of the state behind you. But the state can disappear. Like that. I know, I've seen this.
Cold War. We won. You lost.
What is it you want?
Your contact in the Ministry of Defense. Helping you with illegal weapons procurement.
He's in jail.
But he has a successor.
Really? Well, you must introduce me.
Sergei, we won't touch you. You're simply a window through which we see the filthy world you live in. But you must try to keep open. We own you now, Sergei.
But I have powerful friends, more powerful than you.
All right, then.
Just like the good old days. The name you want is Richard Maynard.
Are you taking kickbacks from illegal arms sales in the Gulf?
What?
Dick, they're going to crawl all over you. How well do you know Sergei Lermov?
I told Harry I met him once. What is this? Where's this coming from?
Hampton Wilder came to see us the moment he was released.
But Hampton Wilder? You believe what? You've got to be joking.
Are you involved in any kind of deal?
Do you for a moment
Believe that you're an unpatriotic, lying bastard? I don't know. You can cheat on your wife. Maybe you can cheat on your country.
God.
I can help you. But you've got to tell me.
There is nothing to tell. I want my solicitor.
Don't be a whizzer.
What is this? Earlier, you made a phone call to a Sergeant Brian Malhorn at Metropolitan Central. You asked him to do you a favor, to trace the car of this man. Sergeant Malhorn has been suspended from duty and at this moment in time is having a nasty experience with Special Branch.
You can't do this.
We can't do everything we'd like with you, but we can do a great deal.
Everything okay?
Fine.
The money from that agent of mine, is it safe? It's important.
You mean the agent that doesn't exist?
It's a deep operation, Zoe. Be careful.
Right. The money's safe.
Zoe, please. What are you drinking?
Your vodka. Go and have a look.
I knew you were pulling my leg. Fancy a real drink? What is that?
Cold tea.
Mr. Lermoff up top.
Yes, thank you, Gabriel. He's a guest. You can show him down. And make sure anyone else goes to the upstairs bar, will you?
Yes, sir.
Ah, Sergei. I'm just having a drink before the opera, but do join me. Help yourself to a drink.
Get rid of those imbeciles.
You'll have to be precise.
You are MI6. I talk to the real tops, not MI5.
Ah, those imbeciles. What have they been doing to you?
They are threatening me. They want to own me. Me.
You seem to have every security service in the world claiming they own you. Maybe we should have a special tie. The Iran Sergei Lermov Club.
You are taking me seriously.
Oh, I'll always take you seriously, Sergei. Remember how we first met? In Moscow, that dead boy in the Hotel Ukraine. I saved you from your masters over that affair.
Yeah. We go back.
We certainly do. So what did the children want?
A name.
Well, they certainly seem to have you rattled. Well, come on, don't prick tease, you Russian baboon. What name?
They wanted to know if I had dealings with Richard Maynard.
Did they now?
I admired Maynard. I thought he was a good man.
He is. Lermov is probably lying.
Why?
It's in our nature, whichever side you're on.
Yes, but there is still a huge question mark there, Harry. Get special branch to pull Maynard. Give him a good squeeze.
That's not wanted.
What do you mean it's not wanted? What? Downing Street?
They want a ring of steel around Maynard's reputation. They don't want to destroy him.
Isn't it up to MI5 to protect a politician from embarrassment?
If Maynard goes down in an illegal arms sales scandal, it will open the floodgates for all kinds of things. The government could collapse.
No, we are crossing a line. We are not protecting the country, we are protecting a political party, for Christ's sake.
There is no line.
Is that official?
As far as you're concerned, yes. But we find out everything. Knowledge is power. Is there something else?
Lermov said he had powerful friends. I got the impression he's being protected.
By who?
Oh, God.
Are you a Nazi, madam?
I beg your pardon?
I mean, we Wagner fans are a rum lot. I myself bugger skinheads. So kindly don't tell me what I can or cannot do.
Danny,
Hmm?
I'm scared.
Why?
Because I don't know whether to tell or not. They should give us training, shouldn't they? How to decide decisions when you're drunk. Okay?
A piss spook, of course. I'll drink to that.
Tessa's running Phantom Agents.
How'd you know?
Because I went to meet one, and she turned up and she told me.
Coffee, now.
This is irritating.
Gentlemen, thank you so much for coming out here. Steve Valko, you know. Been waiting for this all year.
Was it worth it?
You're not Wagner, are you?
Isn't it the most repugnant music ever written?
No. It is a bit of a closet thing these days. People can't handle the dark side. So, what can I do you for?
Have you turned an SVR agent named Sergei Lermov?
Sergei, yes. Terrific agent. Of course, we noticed your Section A has been all over him.
We've had to have a word with him.
May I ask why?
We think he's trying to smear a government minister.
Sergei will say anything about anyone. It's part of his charm. I assume we're talking about the Dick Maynard thing.
Jules, what is going on?
All right, I'll send him over in the morning.
Send what over?
Hampton Wilder's memoirs. That's what you're salivating for, no?
They exist?
Well, of course they exist. You dug them up as soon as he put them in the prison's rosebed. You really aren't on top of this one, are you? No, we put an agent inside the prison as an inmate, just to keep an eye.
MI6 had an agent inside the prison.
What do you have on Dick Maynard? Did you have any trace that he and Lermov did business together?
Not outside the memoirs.
So this is a straight slander?
Looks that way. All right, I'll tell you. It was Dick Maynard who shot Hampton Wilder to us. Without him blowing the whistle, Wilder would never have been brought down.
So it's straight revenge.
Well, the trouble with whistleblowers is they do tend to play their own tune.
Do you distrust Maynard?
To my mind, there's an ambiguity there. Do you do ambiguity, Tom?
No. In the end of things, a liar, it's true.
What an admirable point of view. Well, mustn't miss the ride of the Valkyrie. Nice to see you gentlemen working so late. God, someone's running the country while the rest of us are at the opera. Good evening.
Why is he being so nice to us?
I do not know.
So, Tessa's been taking you into her confidence.
She gave me money.
You mean the 10 grand next door behind the plug socket? Yeah, I was giving your room a sweep, part of the game.
Yeah, I don't want to play that anymore, okay?
So what's Harry say?
Well, nothing. I haven't told him.
Oh.
What if it's a real op Tessa's running? I can't just...
What? That involves giving you 10 grand? She's got to be bent, Zoe.
Well, just Tessa's...
What?
I don't know. She's what I've always wanted to be. I thought she was fantastic, Danny, all right? I still do.
She's eating you alive. Go to Harry first thing in the morning.
Oh.
Look, you've laid this on me. Now I'm involved.
Look, this is my problem, all
Look,
right?
I've got to keep... Shit. I've got to keep squeaky clean with Harry. He said I could be one of the brightest and the best.
Yeah, he said that to me too.
Well, then we are both great spooks.
You think?
You are. You got on my vodka. Look, I'm sorry. Don't let Tessa mash you up. You're too...
Go.
I have decided to say yes.
Ah, great.
Wow. Nice flat. You must be Sally. Celestine told me about you.
Did he?
So, what's going on?
My cat died. Oh, yeah. I got a bit pissed.
What was it?
Oh, just a tabby. Claws.
So sad. Don't worry. We can get you another pussycat. Where is restroom?
Oh, you just...
Okay, speak.
I asked her to spend the weekend.
Oh, did you? What, without one word to me?
You're not my mum.
Oh, it's pointless to ask if you've cleared this, I suppose.
Well, I didn't really think it would happen.
What about cover stories, Danny?
Right, I'm a dealer in an exchange room in the city.
What are you? What am I?
You're a cleaner.
What?
Hey, she asked me what my flatmate did, and that's what I said.
Oh, for God's sake, Danny.
Celestine? Take a shower?
Where are you from?
Vladivostok.
Ah, the mysterious east of our country.
Sexy Far East.
Do you miss Russia?
My motherland is... and where I'm being shagged. Like here?
Why not? In the heart of what used to be the British Empire.
Прекрасная ночь. Huh? They say you're a party animal.
You say I'm a... Death, traitor of the motherland.
Huh? Okay.
What's going on?
Just gotta go into work.
In the middle of the night?
Crisis on the Singapore market.
Sally, why are you dressed?
Early office cleaning.
You go back to bed, love.
Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. Love.
Danny and Zoe are coming in.
No. This is not for lower ranks.
You're going army on us, Harry.
You can't leave her here.
We've got to.
Danny, there are bills and stuff with our real names on all over this flat.
She won't notice.
It's terrible tradecraft. Just throw her out.
But I like her.
We'll throw her out nicely.
Yeah.
It's me.
Oh, Rodney.
You can go back to bed now.
Right. It's off. Look, I'm coming back to bed.
What happened to Singapore?
It went away.
What about the cleaning?
Wasn't that bloody dirty?
Look, don't go.
You want to sleep with her and with me? You are insane.
I just want a normal life.
Yeah, I know.
Knifed by a bit of rough. I thought Lermoff was more of a pro.
He had a fondness for a fumble in the dark. How many hardened professionals have we seen destroyed by that? Tom, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Within 12 hours of fingering a government minister for corruption, Lermoff is murdered.
So maybe Maynard has a guardian angel. Turn that thing off, someone! What's going on?
Pod, stop, someone.
Some sort of infantile practical joke?
Thank you, Tess. Jed?
Oh, jolly japes in the playground, Tom. Well, I don't think you'll be bloody laughing long. There is someone in this building who is seriously disloyal. We could be looking at him or her right now.
That is a very serious allegation to level at your sister's service.
Well, my sister should be bent over and given a good whack on the behind.
I don't find that helpful.
Helpful? You get an excellent asset of mine killed, and you want my help. Oh, well. Suffer the little children to come unto the senior service. I suppose you want to read Hampton Wilder's memoirs.
That would be useful.
I don't know that I can entrust such sensitive material to this organization, but I am taking pity. I suppose we are, after all, on the same side. Needless to say, I shall expect your registry to monitor all readings.
Thank you.
It has been a very, very long night. The death of an agent, and possibly one of the worst productions of Wagner I have ever seen. Dear God, the Valkyrie all dressed in scuba gear. Good night to you, gentlemen.
He's setting us up. I can feel it in my water.
How?
I don't know. We'll read this in the morning. You go at Maynard. Go at him hard.
He's a minister. We'll need Downing Street clearance.
Bugger Downing Street. Everyone, this is a speed reading job. You know the procedure. Nobody will leave the grid until we're done. All copies are numbered and will be collected by registry. We're looking for inconsistencies, errors of fact, anything that will discredit this manuscript or indeed verify it. Maximum concentration. Begin. Christ. Shit.
Margaret Thatcher, page 82.
The wonders at the end of the tube line, eh? You come out of a station and you're sort of nowhere.
Some woods up there. Let's go take a look.
Why?
So I can put a bullet in the back of your neck. Why else?
I only met Sergei Lermoff once.
He was stabbed last night. Stabbed to death.
Well, I'm sorry. That's terrible, but nothing to do with me.
Good for you, though.
How?
Lermoff can't be a witness against you.
Are you saying that I'm...
Illegal arms is a dangerous world to be involved in.
I am not involved. Dear God, what times are we living in? Just to say you're innocent, prove you're guilty.
It all began 9 years ago, didn't it? That's you, Lermoff, Hampton Wilder, A Night Under the Stars.
tell you what happened. Wilder made a proposal. He wanted me to come in on a deal.
A deal involving what?
The illegal sale of anti-tank weapons. I was on the Commons Committee scrutinising arms procurement. He wanted me to make sure that no one got wind of it.
Did you?
No, I went straight to MI6. I shopped Wilder. Dear God, it was me who put them onto him. I brought him down. So why am I being persecuted? I mean, who's doing this to me?
I think we'll all know soon.
What do you mean? Harry?
Oh, ship of state. What are we on the great ship of state? The engine room? Hardly. I think we're the laundry, cleaning disgusting stains from the officers' sheets. Right, I think that's everyone done.
Can I read this?
Don't bother, it's trash. And I imagine their real meaning will become apparent by tomorrow morning. Everyone, please write up your notes ASAP. For the moment, stay where you are. Registry will collect and account for every copy. Thank you for your work.
Oh.
Yeah, what?
Is there anything I can do? Help me settle in, or... Was Mark in there with you?
Why?
Don't know, I just thought...
Did you do something to him?
Like what?
I don't know. His flat's empty. His mobile's dead.
He got a mate of his in the Met to put a trace on my car.
And your zombies frightened him off.
Could have been someone trying to get to me.
Yeah, but actually, it was the father of my child.
Yeah. I didn't try and stop them giving him a hard time. Sorry.
You're despicable.
I'm in love.
Ellie! Ellie!
You've seen the scent spread. Someone leaked, didn't they?
Danny, shut up. There is no way the leak could have come from us.
I know. I was scrupulously paranoid about the copies.
Who then?
Remain calm. Steer the ship onward. Come.
Sorry, but...
No, Danny.
It's all over the wires. Richard Maynard just resigned from the government.
Well, there we have it. Thank you, Danny.
Maynard's resigned. Spectacular, isn't it, when politicians destroy themselves?
Go away, you nasty little man.
Sorry.
So if it's not us and it's not Downing Street, it's... Are you there yet?
Jules Civitar.
Go on.
The sisters are using the memoirs to get rid of Maynard.
On?
MI6 got hold of Hampton Wilder's memoirs full of hatred for Maynard and are using them to destroy him. And they're setting us up to blame us for the leak to the press.
Oh, yes.
But Maynard shot Wilder to MI6. Why would they turn against him?
I think I may have drinkies with Mr. Civitar.
And I think this thing stinks to high heaven. Have they just destroyed a good man?
Don't brood, Tom. Politicians are conniving, wheeler-dealing scum. Don't have a fit of morals over them. They wouldn't over you.
bastards!
Why? A secret policeman. Can I offer you something?
No.
I thought alcohol would welcome me back, but she's turned against me.
You leaked about Maynard to the press, didn't you?
Ah. You lied about Richard Maynard, didn't you?
I don't think he'll ever forgive me.
Nor do I. He destroyed his career.
I didn't mean him.
Did you throw Lermoff to the wolves?
No idea who did that. Good riddance, though. He was getting much too big for his murky pond.
But it's over. I'm done for.
Self-pitying bastard. Fight back.
Oh, wake up, Tessa. I've been destroyed.
I can't stand this. Not after what I've done for you.
And, what, pray, was that?
I had a man killed for you.
Another?
Why?
Why what?
Why did you destroy Maynard?
Lermoff? You hadn't. How could you possibly do that?
Simple. Tipped off the Russians. He was two-timing them.
And why would you think, in any conceivable twisted way, that his death would help me?
He could have exposed you. It was a gift.
Gift? A man's life? Dear God. Well, I know that secret services can be ruthless. Oh, well. From what I hear, he was a dog. Good riddance.
From what you hear? You mean from what you know?
So, was he bent?
I've no idea and don't really care.
I am going to sit here and drink your drink until you tell me.
You think you can go one-to-one with me in a drinking contest?
Oh, yes.
You slandered Maynard. He was innocent.
I wanted revenge. But I genuinely repent writing those memoirs. I'd like you to believe that. I was going to destroy them. I went to dig them up, and they weren't there.
Someone else had need of them.
No, I never had any corrupt dealings with Lermoff, ever.
If you're innocent, why did you resign?
Political critical mass. The rumors were too much. They could have damaged the PM. Even he, in the end, had to ask me to go. I agreed, of course. He's my friend.
It's left you with nothing.
Not exactly. I've been offered a professorship, teaching politics at Harvard. It's been kept warm for me for some time.
You're going to America?
I'm being looked after. A new life. No politics, no wife, no mistress. Looking forward to it. Goodbye, Tessa.
All right, Harry. Richard Maynard was fast-tracking up through the government ranks. With his Middle Eastern knowledge, experience at the Ministry of Defense, he would all too soon have made a brilliant foreign secretary. There was no way that we or the Foreign Office were going to let that happen.
Why not?
Because the white as snow Richard Maynard was a CIA asset. Could we really have a British Foreign Secretary who was a CIA agent?
When did they recruit him?
Years back.
When did you find out?
6 months ago. Drunken conversation with an American cousin in this very bar.
Didn't the PM?
The PM is blind to the faults of his friends. We had to run another reason for getting rid of Maynard. The memoirs were a godsend. It's a good outcome all round, Harry. Nasty foreigner dead, dodgy Brit disgraced.
Ship afloat?
Absolutely.
I've been involved in a filthy trade. Weapons I helped to be sold illegally have almost certainly found their way to terrorists. And I wrote lies that destroyed a good man. You think I'm irredeemable, don't you?
I think that's between you and your savior. If you really believe in him.
Oh, I do. But he asks a heavy price.
No doubt.
Do you want to see?
I'm sorry?
I can't live with myself, you see. No. Really?
Yeah. I'll leave you to your prayers.
Come in.
I need a drink.
We're way ahead of you, boss.
The nuclear power station.
If there's any danger of an attack on the UK, we have to act now. Breaching one of those tanks would release a cloud 45 times as deadly as Chernobyl.
Trusting your enemy is a fine art.
No, we agreed! Are we running an MI5 inside MI5 here?
Who was aware of this?
No power operation!
And this is the man in whom you've put your trust.